People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in. You lot know me. It's Black History Month. I'm always repping. I'm always repping for not just my own, but people that are being marginalised. You know, I don't stand for that. I come from a background of, obviously, I'm Black Caribbean or of Caribbean descent, but through I've grown up in London, it's a melting pot. I've got Albanian friends, Turkish friends, English friends, Irish friends, Moroccan, Afghanistan, Uganda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, all sorts of African, Asian, Caribbean, home nations, whatever. It's a melting pot. Cypriot brothers, just everyone. And I see colour. People that say they don't see colour or see ethnicity, for me, they're disrespectful. I get it. They're not trying to be disrespectful in that they don't see colour, they see the morals. But for me, that tells me, that would show me you don't value me. If you tell me you don't see my colour, you don't, like, you're telling me you're completely erasing the struggles my people have been through, the prejudices I face, and just my culture. I see colour. I believe, like I just said, with English, Irish, Albanian, Turkish, whatever, I believe we should recognise everybody's colour, ethnicity and whatnot. And then embrace it. Do you get it? Embrace all them. You see what I'm saying? And you, come on, like, especially Turkish food. I'm not gonna lie, Turkish food. You people can cook some good food. You see what I'm saying? Embracing everybody's thing. I on a serious note, I believe in embracing everybody in it. Judging a man or a woman, regardless of where they're from in this world, for how they carry themselves, their morals, their values, their actions, not their skin colour, not how much pigment, more or less pigment they've got, or how much dark or light their skin is according to the nation they're born in. It's stupid, it's divisive, it is a disease to be racist. It robs you of common sense. There's no way around it. But you lot know me, I'm always repping. Especially in society, but in football there's a lot of issues, people. There's a lot of issues, especially with discrimination. There's obviously, you see a lot of black players, but the higher you go up and the more authoritative the positions become, you see less and less. If you see a lot of black players and you see a lot of black captains, but if you was to get a talent pool of black players, yeah, like just get a bunch of black players around and you say, everybody, when you're not involved in something, I call out, move away. So we've got a talent pool of however many thousand black players or black professional footballers, yeah? We've got that. Let's just say in England, we've got that. How many are current captains or have captained? Some people would step out. Do you get it? Do you see what I'm saying? Or just get a lot of black individuals and coaches or whatever, and you say, how many are head coaches? How many are heads of academies? How many are heads of FAs? How many are this and that? You will see a couple of them. Obviously, there'll be a couple of them, but there won't be many. So we've got a lot to work on in regards to in regards to that sort of thing, people. We've got a lot of progress to make, as you lot know. We've got a lot of progress to make in regards to chairmans and all the other, well, managers and all the other positions, excluding being players and stuff and whatnot. And I think that's a lot of that's true, man. But I do think you've got to hold everybody accountable, and I think it's got to be said. I have to say it. There are certain black individuals that don't want black people to prosper. There are, not all skin folk is kinfolk. That one thing I had to learn is that some of these, like I said in one other video, don't get me wrong, black, white, I've met some good individuals on this deluded journey, yeah. But if I'm completely honest, and I'm not gonna, a lot of black people have helped me. Not a lot. There's an equal amount, I'd say, yeah, of black and white people that have helped me and whatnot. And I praise everybody for what they've done in it. But the naivety I think I made is assuming that somebody that looks like me can kind of see how hard it is, the struggles, and kind of care. They don't care. Like I said in another vid, any sort of, I don't want to talk too tough because I actually can't speak on stuff that's happening, but scouting, coaching, just helping me, Deluded, putting me onto stuff, allowing me to see youth games to a better extent and whatnot, that's all come from white people. I'm being completely honest. That has all come from, one's even a middle-aged white guy, one's a kind of younger middle-aged white guy, people that have not from the same reality as me, doesn't have the same obligation to want to help someone like me, and they've done it. They've like, oh mate, yeah, I've seen your YouTube stuff, boom boom boom, you're good, blah blah blah. Like I said, I can get on with everyone. It's not a coloured thing. I'm just highlighting the picture for you, and I think it's important with it being Black History. These are people that have no real obligation to help me. So why is it? And of course you get twats of all races and whatnot, but I just feel I can't hold everybody accountable and not hold my own accountable, because there are some individuals that don't care for breaking down barriers, that don't care for opening the doors. They just, and it's cool, but it's cool if they don't. You don't have, just because you're black, you don't have to fight for everybody to come through. I'm not gonna, I wish you would, but I can't hold that to you, innit? It's not you. But I do think certain people are just concerned with getting their ego stroked, because when I go to these diversity dinners and events, they might say all the positive and upbeat language, but you speak to them, they're brushing you off. They don't want to speak to you. Get out of here, sort of thing. They're giving you emails. They're not replying to these emails. They're saying they're sponsored. They're charging extortionate fees for people to be, for them to be people's mentors and just to speak to them and things like that. And sometimes a lot of these people sign up for these diversity events to speak for nothing more than to just stroke their own effing ego, and it really annoys me, people. There's a lot of crabs in the barrel mentality. Let's keep it 100. You do get some black folk that are just, I've made it, F you lot. Do you get it, people? And then you get the other, you get them, you get the others who they just act like none of this exists. You just get the complete, I was just about to say it, but I'm thinking about my brands. You get the goons, if you lot know what I mean. What rhymes with goons? You get them in it. You get the Uncle Toms. You get them. You get certain people. You get a lot. You get the people that rep. You get a lot of people. But I had to realise, going through my journey, I've seen it. Like, just because one thing I assumed is that they will see, yo, listen, especially in sports media, there's a lot of black faces, but we all know it's a struggle to get involved in that. Thought many people would help me. They didn't want to help. And I'm not saying this because of their colour and whatnot. I'm just telling the truth. I do think there's a lot of black people that are just as destructive or just as harmful as to the cause of breaking down barriers of diversity for men, women, black, white, whatever, in whatever incidents, as the oppressors or the people that don't want the change. They're exactly worse, because at least with them, you know they don't want it. What's worse, people? Someone you know don't like you or know not with you, or wolves in sheep's clothing. People that will act like they're gang. And I see it. There's a certain English coach right now, black coach with the English national team. He was on that. I don't want to. I've been at events where he was on that stuff. He didn't want to talk up. Or is it Greg Clark or whatever? People give Greg Clark a lot of stick, the FA chairman, and rightly so. But there was a point, he was trying to meet black coaches and stuff and you know, pick their brains and see the issues and whatnot in regards to how our thing is affected. He didn't want to meet up with him. He didn't want to do none of this because he lost his job. The minute this guy lost his job, he became the biggest black freedom fighter ever. Every kick it out event, every event he's there in there. He's now got another position. Where is he? This is the dynamic in the belly of the beast. I'm not begrudging no one, because at the end of the day, everyone's got bills to pay. I just feel, with it being Black History Month, it's important to say, and you lot know I'm repping. We cannot talk about the other side and not hold our own accountable. And there are a lot of people that are just as bad as people that want to oppress and don't want people to get a leg up. It's human nature, but I feel that needed to be said, man. On that note, I'm going to keep it kicking. People, DG, I'm out.